Hey everyone, it's me, Donna. I'm making another recycling plant idea video for the area that I live in. Of course, this could be for any area out there. That's why I'm making it. But also, I'm making this video because recently there has been quite a bit of controversy over this area's new landfill. They're looking for a new place to have a landfill for this area, and people have been upset over the choices that the people involved have made about where they want to put this new landfill. And my solution, and I want to put this out there because I want this to get to the politicians and the people involved in the decision making of this. I hope that you see this video and that you maybe will reconsider the whole landfill idea and turn this actually into a recycling center slash landfill. Okay. All right. And as I have stated in other videos, I'm not big on recycling. I am not a spokesperson for recycling. But I do see a problem, and I do want to bring about a solution. I'm not a person that's for each household having to separate their garbage and all that. I think that's just too much. I think it's ridiculous, and I'm not about that life. Okay. I think that people can be paid at this facility to deal with that. Okay, that should not be the household's thing, because we're having to pay to have our garbage hauled off anyway. So then why should we take on an extra hardship just to do that? Okay, I'm not about that. I think that since we're paying for a service, then the people that are doing the service need to deal with that. Okay. But also, not only will this facility get money from the households who are paying them to haul off their garbage, they will also make money from the raw material that they sell from all of this. Okay, so anything, any household material that you can think of, from your plastics to your clothes to your your furniture, your appliances, your glasses, your plastic, everything. Oh my goodness, you name it, everything, rubbers, everything can be recycled. We know that now. Okay, so naturally, if this facility was to be undertaken, it would require a large section of land, whether they're dealing with the city or the whole county, however they choose to do this. Okay, but it would take a pretty massive plant to deal with all this. But like I said, it can deal with every material, from metals to everything. Okay, so what they can do is take your household garbage, and both robots, conveyor belts, and humans, even though I know a lot of the garbage is nasty because people put diapers and everything under the sun in their garbage. So there has to be a way to sort it without contamination to humans. So maybe certain things conveyor belts and robots can handle that maybe humans shouldn't. And then other things, they can allow humans to deal with. Okay. But whatever can't be processed normally can be burnt. And then that material can be turned into ash. And then they can test the ash and find out what chemicals are in it. And then have a way to process that ash and turn it into raw ash. Or, well, what can I call it? I can't really think of a term to call it, but all these chemicals and stuff can be taken, and acids and salts can be taken out of it. Let's put it like that. And then you just have your regular ash that can be used in gardens and building materials, concretes, you name it. It can be used in that. And then the salts and the other chemicals can be separated and maybe turned into something else that can be sold on the market to some company that needs it. So that will take care of that. And then, of course, your woods, your metals, your plastics, your cloths, all that stuff can be either shredded up or melted down or whatever, and then it can be resold to companies that use that. And one thing that I have learned in the past is that plastics can be mixed in with fabrics and actually be turned into a really cool fabric that people can make t-shirts out of and all kinds of stuff. So it can be reused in the fabric industry as well as other things. Your rubbers can be used for different stuff. It can be melted down and turned into, rubber mats and, all kinds of things. And, there's just so many uses for all this stuff. Okay, and then another thing that this company could do is have pretty good sized bins placed either all throughout the county or all throughout the city, to where people can take larger items from their homes that they don't normally use anymore, that they're tired of using or whatever. They can take it and put it in these dumpsters and stuff, because it's all going to go back to this recycling center and get reprocessed. So there's money in it. There's money involved. The same thing with if you do decide to leave your stuff out on the side of the road, maybe you don't have a vehicle to haul it to these dumpsters or whatever, then there's more incentive for them to come around and pick it up. They can hire more people to deal with that and bring it back to the facility to be reprocessed. Okay, your refrigerators, your stoves, your washing machines, everything. All this stuff can be recycled and reused, okay, and resold. Okay, so that there's profit and money made off of all this that can pay employees a good salary, as well as turn a profit, and also have money that can be used over a certain amount of years to build up a town or county. Keep parks in good condition and highways and just different things. This money can be used to benefit the community. Okay, and like I said, there's things that can be done. Oh my goodness, what was it I was going to say? Oh my goodness, I had a brain fart. But anyway, this can be a wonderful thing. I mean, it can be better, a lot better than just having a dump. Okay, instead of letting things sit around on the dump, piling up, and they're still trying to figure out, oh no, what are we going to do with all this? Because once one dump gets filled up, then you got to find another, and then you got all this contamination and everything. This would put a stop to all this contamination, and it would actually, be a wonderful benefit, because this facility could stay in this area for many, 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 many years to come, and it would be very profitable to the community. And even things such as food waste. Okay, once they separate food waste out of this, that food waste can be set in another pile to rot, and the gases coming out of that can be turned into methane gas and resold. And then whatever is rotted down to a certain level, that can be resold as garden material and other things. Okay, so there's a benefit to that. So, this could be an absolutely wonderful thing if the leaders in this area, as well as other areas out there in the United States, would think in this direction instead of just trying to find a place to pile everything on. Think about how this can be reused and resold, how it can make money. And, what would even be even more wonderful is if other people in this community got together and thought, okay, well, why don't we set up plants like sewing plants? Because a lot of places lost sewing plants back in the late 90s that went overseas and everything. Why don't we bring back these manufacturing plants that can use these raw materials okay, such as plastics and all that, that can be blended back into fabrics. What if a sewing plant can be popped up that can use that and make really cool clothing out of it that can be sold on the market? That would be a really awesome fashion line and all that stuff. Hire people, pay them good money. Same thing with the other materials. Set up some manufacturing plants around here that can deal with this raw material. That would save on cost as far as transportation and all that. It can go from this facility straight to these plants that use it. That would be one source for them to get their materials from. Maybe start out as a small facility, say a small sewing plant, small toy maker, whatever, and use some of these raw materials from this plant. They can buy directly, maybe get a discount, blah blah blah. So there's so many things, so many good things that could come from this instead of the bad things that keep people up at night worried about, oh gosh, what are we going to contaminate? If we put this landfill near a water source, how many people are going to come down with cancers and all that stuff? I feel like if they create something like this and it's done right, and they don't allow things to leak out where it's not supposed to be, and pay people good money, keep things in a positive direction, this could be a really good thing for this area, and it would stop people from being so worried. And there you go. So like I said, I really hope that people in my community do see this and that they can take it and run with it. And I would like to see that actually happen. So anyway, but that's just my 2 cents on the whole issue. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.